Woohoo! Here? Isn't this the twin harpy fight? I think it is. That's what we fought in the Wind Sanctum last time. Hold up, I actually hate traversing the Wind Sanctum, by the way. Not because it's a bad dungeon or anything, but because we had to come here for the Ramco side quest and do it. And I just hate that there's not an easy way to get to, like, the certain parts of said Wind Sanctum. Like, you can't really, if you travel to, like, the meridian of the Wind Sanctum, you can't really get anywhere because you need, like, a wind vessel. So, like, you, most of the time, have to, like, traverse it from scratch. I think that's what kind of puts a damper on the Wind Sanctum. It's, like, the hardest dungeon to come back to, basically. Power of mana. How far is it to this stupid star?
Forward.
Karina, please jump on the thing. Thank you. Oh, no, no, no. I'm back here, though. Is there a stupid sylph thing I'm not seeing?
Taking this.
Yeah, okay, it's this way. Alright, so that's on me for not seeing that.
Oh, yeah.
But still, the Wind Sanctum is... It's annoying to come back to the Wind Sanctum when you need something. Because we had to come here for the one Ramco side quest, and it wasn't, like, bad, but... And I came back here for the little cactus, because apparently I got it. Yeah, the twin harpies were here. I should have probably equipped a gnome to someone, but too late.
Those are the Harsipides Ian asked us to defeat. Yikes, they're glaring daggers at us.
They're not here to play around, and neither are we. Come on! It's time to knock the wind out of their sails!
They seem to have taken a liking to the Wind Sanctum.
Hi.
Sorry, but we've got no more vacancies. Go take a hike.
Oh, no, 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 no. Hey, monitor, maybe don't crash during this fight. This is where my monitor crashed when I did this fight the first time. Let's hope my monitor is friendly with these harpies. And that was just an off day. Behold, Ramco. Not pressure point, that's not what I meant to do. I mean, that'll help me. I meant to do this, though. Refusing! Alright, well. Strength and plus. Someone please break them, thank you. Now do this. Later. We're still alive.
I'll carry on from here.
I love Greatsword with Val. I've warmed up to the Lance with Val, but Greatsword is definitely my favorite of Val's weapons. The charge move is just too good to pass up on. Does this do heal? Yeah. I didn't really need that, but it's fine. Good doppelganger.
You're mine.
Come here. It's shaded.
For your assistance.
I still love Shade acting as like a zip line. Kind of like how the Ease 9 ability worked, the gift that Adol had. I can't remember the name of. Do I have an Earth Saber? I don't, but I'll do this.
The vessel's filled with
I will
mana.
take over.
Alamina, surely they like rocks. I mean, this is non-elemental, but still, kind of works on everything. Yeah, they would have hit me. Oh, they're doing more? That was lucky. Here we go. Don't have a Earthquake on you. New Moon's fine.
Salamander. Karina taking over.
Oh, they're charging again.
I got this.
That'll do something. I love that that turns around.
I have been summoned.
Who have been summoned? Didn't really need Dryad. I was gonna use Dryads, but like, who needs it? Are they Class Strike one? Blue? Purple, so MP. Who's the blue one? Is there a blue one here? Guess not. Maybe I already got it.
Unstoppable.
We haven't done light.
Say hello to my little friend.
I love the Shattered Glass. I say this about all the elemental breaks, but they're great. Hard to pick a favorite. They're all really, like, really nice to look at, basically. Light is up there, though. I love the Shattered Glass effect.
Take this.
I got this.
No, my charge. Who do you think you are? You're not getting me with that, no matter how hard you try. Is that a Flash Strike I almost had? Now, it seems a little unnecessary, but consider that I don't care. Oh, wait, I don't have it yet. Excuse me. There's my Flash Strike. Karina, you can honestly stay dead because you'll get XP otherwise. But you'll still get XP.
Rumble. No holding back.
I'm not done yet.
Almost 300k, and we're very close to level 80.
The Wind Sanctum is Ramco's home, and I'm not about to let anybody or anything just waltz in and act like they own the place.
I gotta say, the fact that Eve Zalaha's presence can make monsters go crazy like this is pretty scary.
It would be devastating if the dragon's evil influence spread.
We have to get to the root of the problem. I trust that Aish will have made a breakthrough once we return.
Go a spear for Karina. They give you 2 weapons from this one. Oh, we only have 4 bosses, but there are like
Nice job, everyone.
15 different
We
weapon
defeated all the
types.
monsters Ian requested.
Let's hurry back to the palace and let him know. He
Alright,
must be
cool.
worried sick right now.
So,
We must hurry
bet-
and allay his anxieties.
I bet we just talk to Ian and then we go back to, what's it called? Because again, the floating island of Uriel is going to be... I googled it to make sure, but it's going to be where we go for the post-game. That's where you fight Eve Zalaha, I think. That section that I wasn't able to explore. And I do know where the Black Rabbi is, and like I predicted, it's the area we couldn't go to in the Distorted Sanctuary. So, that area, like, I saw the area, I was like, oh, why can't I go here? And then as soon as I found out the Black Rabbi exists, I'm like, oh, I bet the Black Rabbi is there. And lo and behold, that's where he is. I was looking for an inn, but there's no inns in this game, I
Let's use the
remember.
Meridian to travel.
You just have to go to Meridians to heal. Forget every time.
Let's rest up.
Save up here. Alright, not bad. We're gonna try Zave, Ave, Zalaha, whatever on hard. We're gonna see how it goes. Again, hard mode, like, I'm not gonna say hard mode's easy. It's hard. Like, it's harder, and if not for the fact that they just make bosses spongy, And with a game that's so reliant on the elemental system, that's kind of why I don't do hard. It was mostly the HP. And especially with this game, because this game relies on the elemental system to do major damage, which isn't a bad thing. But when you make spongy bosses, it kind of just means like, hey, you better have the specific elemental vessels, or you're gonna be sitting through a fight for like 30 minutes. So, you know. Bum, 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 bum. The A and Ish gets pronounced differently than the Ave and Eve. Yeah, it's weird. Pronunciations and stuff. Where are you, Ian? Ow. Bum, bum.
Welcome back, everyone. I didn't expect to see you all return so quickly.
Can't keep the king in waiting, you know? Ian, all 4 of the monsters you requested are now no more.
Our soldiers stationed across the land have also notified me of your wondrous exploits. We are one step closer to restoring peace to the realm. Thank you all.
Furthermore, not long after you all left on your expedition, the guards managed to apprehend these little louses.
Huh?
You two are Passar's vicious vassals.
So, they were the ones skulking around this whole time.
They spit out everything they knew. Turns out, Passar's the one trying to reawaken Eve Zalaha. Can you believe it?
First, he flees from arrest. Now he facilitates yet another flagrant ploy.
Passar should be on his way to Rhaenys Shrine next. As for what exactly he'll be doing there, well, it seems those two ran out of saliva.
Rhaenys Shrine, huh? I had hoped I'd never have to go back there.
The shrine and the surrounding area were constructed in ancient times to harness the converging mana energies. It's the perfect spot to hatch a heinous plot.
I won't let that place be the scene of yet another tragedy. We have to hurry and stop Passar.
Indeed, let us proceed promptly. Ian, manage the mobilization of our soldiers.
This time I shall accompany you all. I will not pass on an opportunity to serve a Rhaenys Shrine in person.
Very well then. Ian, heir to the throne of Illistana, commands you, Alms. Forestall Passar's evil designs and prevent Eve Zalaha's rebirth. And most importantly, return here safe and sound.
Yes, sir!
Ian's voice is so weird to me.
Perfect. The gang's all here.
Ah, so we're going to Rhaenys Shrine
Rhaenys
first.
Shrine, huh?
I know at some point we gotta
Never
go to
thought I'd be
Uriel
heading back
because
there
that
again.
part of the
There's no
area is
telling what might
explored
happen
or
there.
unexplored.
Gotta make sure we're fully prepared
Oh, what's
before we
over
set
here?
off.
Is there a chest here? Oh, there's a chest behind Ian. I guess I'll grab it. I never checked Nikolai's shop. I probably should, though. Before we head off.
This is kinda exciting.
A rare item!
Luminous Lanes. Yeah, there's probably gonna be an expert mode in this game. Trials of Mana had expert and no future, so I expect other difficulties. The thing is, like, this game is fun, but it's not, the more I play other action games, it's not like the best action game I've ever played. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but like, it's not fun enough to sit through longer boss fights. I played, like, there are so many other action games that I would, like, consider better gameplay than this. It's still good. Like, it's fun, but, like, there's so many other action games I can think of off the top of my head that are just, like, superior with their gameplay. And when most of the difficulty in this game is like, oh yeah, they just made the bosses, like, relatively spongy, like, nah, I'm good. Because normal mode for this game is, like, pretty overall, like, the difficulty balancing in this game is also weird, because, like, some bosses will, like, die super fast, and some will be, like, oh, they can actually be a threat if you're not trying. They also didn't really difficulty balance well in this game, normal mode in general. Because bosses are all over the place. Like, Trent, the Trent boss fight was, like, stupid easy, for example, but then, like, those boss reskins felt stronger. I'm gonna see if I can purchase some of these. What else are we using our, what are they called? Grizzlies for? Grizzly syrup? What? Yeah, grizzly syrup, that's what it's called. I forgot what the thing was called for a second. NG plus 6 expected? Yeah, yeah. In Trials of Mana, you got access to hard mode on the first playthrough? Yeah. The thing is, Trials of Mana, though, Trials of Mana on normal was, like, stupid easy. If you played on hard in Trials of Mana, it was like, oh, it was actually, like, fun and rewarding. I never actually tried Expert in No Future in that game, though, but... Trials of Mana's normal mode was on the easier side, but, like, you could just switch it to hard, and hard felt just right. But in Visions, it, like, started off easy, and then it got sometimes harder, but the bosses were still all over the place. I'm not even bothering with the side quests. I'm not even gonna do the side quests when I get the platinum for this game. When I get the platinum for this game, I'm done with this game. Well, maybe I'll replay it down the line, but, like, the fact that the side quests aren't even needed for a trophy and they're very MMO. Where am I going again? I'm going to Niccolo. But, side quests are very MMO-like, where I'm just like, the fact that you don't even need them for a trophy, I'm just like, why bother? I'm never gonna do them, even on my own time. They're fun to do, not fun, but they're okay to do when you're doing other stuff, but, like, if I'm only doing side quests, I'd rather be playing anything else.
Welcome. What can I get for you?
I don't know, convert into Niccolo coins? Oh, I can get core stones. Neat. Are there new ability seeds? I'll take the Fire Fantasia. But, what was I saying? I don't actually know. To be honest, like, I've been thinking about it, and I'm actually not sure if I like,
Please come again.
this game or Trials of Mana more. I think they're about tied with each other.
Welcome.
Because I've really been thinking about it. The gameplay in this game is good, and in some ways it's better than Trials of Mana, but I don't like the dodging. Things like the dodging aren't that fluid in this game. Trials of Mana had such a nice feeling to it, even if it didn't have, like, the elemental breaks and everything, and the class system was expansive in other ways. I think they both have their ebbs and flows. I actually don't know if I prefer this or Trials of Mana, to be honest. Because, like, the story basically feels the same, even though this game's story, like, you know, started off different, but then it kind of just became, like, a generic, get all the Benevodons, stop the world from ending plot, like Trials of Mana. But Trials of Mana did it better solely for the fact that it was shorter, so this game kind of drags. I don't know. I would have to think about it. These games they're about on par with each other. Part of me might even prefer Trials of Mana because, like, the combat just feels different. And also, it's a lot more brief. Don't let this, like, be like, oh, you hate Visions of Mana. This game is still fun. It's still incredible. Mostly for the gameplay.
This is Rhaenys Shrine.
But, like, it was a fun time. It's still a good game.
See what we have here.
This place is giving me the creeps. Val, how are you feeling?
I'm all right, Karina. Thanks. Now let's hurry and find Passar.
The thing is, like, the story I had no expectations, but the story I had no expectations for, but I still was, I I was disappointed, like, after playing the game. Like, going into the game, I was like, oh, you know, it's a mana game. It's probably not gonna be the story I'm expecting to be serviceable good enough. And I guess the story was serviceable good enough. But, like, the opening premise for the game got me hyped. Maybe not hyped, but it was like, oh, maybe they're gonna go a different route with this. And then they didn't. So, I mean, it wasn't really that I was disappointed. Because going into it, I was expecting, like, nothing. But, you know. So I guess the story technically met my expectations because I was expecting just a basic plot, and that's kind of what I got. Am I just fighting Eve Zalahai here? I guess we'll see. Probably not.
Oh, it's you meddlers again! Come to throw a wrench in my plans after subduing those vicious beasts I so laboriously rounded up for you?
How do you know that we defeated them all?
Why, it's all thanks to my most loyal underlings, Skirse and Rupper. If it weren't for those two, I'd still be on the run, escaping incarceration.
Your loyal lackeys have already been detained. They also directly divulged to us your whereabouts and designs.
What? Those cowards! How could they betray me after we've come so far?
A fitting form of retribution for a renegade such as yourself. I will not forget what you did to Illistana. I see you were also the one who ran off with the royal crown. Return it. It does not belong in the hands of someone as revolting as you.
Filching the crown was mere child's play, given how caught up everyone was with the coronation ceremony. I'll need it for when I usher in a new world order and rise as its sole ruler. My lifelong dream was to turn Illistana into a formidable military power and reign as its figurehead. I tried every means, foul and fair, to make it a reality. And then you had to come in and ruin it all. I was driven out of the city, forced to flee for my life, like an animal. Why are you even here? Weren't you supposed to be making your merry way down to the mana tree to sacrifice your souls? I was banking on you all being lost in the sea of mana right now. Well, what of your duty, your pilgrimage?
The goddess of mana is well aware of your evil plans, Passar. One of her emissaries even asked us personally to put a stop to them. Eve Zalaha, the shadow of chaos. What is it? What do you hope to achieve by reawakening it?
Obviously, it'll be my sword and shield in my kingdom to come. What Illistana lacks is military power. In my magistrate days, I scoured the lands until I finally found that which would make my dreams a reality. The Egg of Calamity, where Eve Zalaha slumbers, the dark desires of mortals, and the Thaumatorb, extracted from Etern's lunar sandglass.
The Thaumatorb?
Since you've managed to make it this far, I'll allow you to witness the Shadow of Chaos's rebirth before it engulfs the world whole. I'll be waiting on the floating Isle of Ulul. You will be my honored guests for the creation of my unified kingdom. That is assuming you leave this place alive.
Why'd they bring this guy back again? I could not care less about this, like, post-game story they got, by the way. Like, I could not care less.